Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Chris here with Elite Level Leader, and welcome to the Battleground. In today's workout, I've got a 5-minute AMRAP for you, and AMRAP is as many rounds or as many reps as possible within that 5 minutes. So basically how this is going to work is you're gonna go ahead and set a clock for 5 minutes. Now within that 5 minutes, we're gonna repeat a sequence of movements for that 5 minutes. Once that 5 minutes is up, you're gonna go ahead and rest for 1 minute. Then after the 1 minute rest is up, we're gonna go ahead and repeat that same sequence of movements for another 5 minutes, rest for 1 more minute, and then do a third and final round of that 5-minute AMRAP. And then once you've completed that, the workout is complete. So basically, with the rest in there, it makes up for a 17-minute workout. But like I said, this is an AMRAP. It starts with 5 minutes, so set that clock. And it starts off today with 9 pull-ups. So you might have a pull-up bar like I have mounted to the wall here. You might have a pull-up bar that's mounted in your doorway. I also have a couple options for those of you who are unable to do an unassisted pull-up, but I'll get to those. First off, we'll talk about the standard pull-up position here. So palms are gonna be facing forward here, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You're gonna go ahead and jump up on that bar, pull your chest over the top, or your chin up over the top, all the way down, all the way up, and you do 9 of these pull-ups. Now, as I mentioned, if you're unable to do unassisted pull-ups, you have a couple options. The first is to go ahead and put a box or a bench down in front of the bar that you have there. From there, you can place 1 foot on there, and then as you're pulling up, you're using that leg to press through that box or that bench to give you that assistance to get your chin up over the top. Also, if you do have a bar or even just the top of a doorway, something you can wrap a band around a hinge, you get a set of these bands that actually have handles on them. And what we can do is we can actually mimic that pull-up motion. So all you have to do is then go ahead and throw this band up over the top of your bar. Now, depending on the height of your bar, you might need to get down into a kneeling position, or in my case, a seated position, but it's the same thing we were doing before. So palms are facing forward here, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You're gonna go ahead and pull those bands down to your palms, your hands go down below chin level, all the way up, and then all the way down. Now you can go ahead and if you were doing those standard push-up or pull-ups on the bar, you're gonna go ahead and do 9. But with this band, these are significantly easier. So I recommend doubling or tripling the amount of reps that you're gonna typically do. So if you're doing the bands on there, now depending on the strength of that band, either do 18 or maybe even 27 of those, just to double, triple that up so you make sure you're getting the most effective workout possible by using those bands. Now, after you've completed your 9 pull-ups, now what we're gonna do is move on to 12 dumbbell thrusters. So we've done thrusters here before in the past. I'm gonna go ahead and grab 2 dumbbells here. First off, I'm gonna go over the movement standards by setting these dumbbells down here on the ground. Now, the dumbbell thruster, we've gone over this before. It's a very fluid motion. So basically, you're gonna have 2 dumbbells in a front rack position. From this front rack position, you're gonna go into a full squat. You're gonna come out of that squat, press the dumbbells all the way up overhead, all the way down, all the way up. But you'll see it's a fluid motion. I'm not bringing the dumbbells down, pausing at my shoulders, and then going into the squat. I'm also not standing up, pausing, and pressing them up overhead. You wanna use the power and the strength of your lower body to generate that momentum as you're coming up over the squat to start to press those dumbbells all the way up overhead. So I have these 2 dumbbells. They're gonna be in this front rack position. Palms are facing each other. I'm in a nice squat stance, feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart, chest up, shoulders back. I'm gonna go down into the squat position, press all the way up, and then all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. So those are the dumbbell thrusters, and you're gonna end up doing 12 of those. Now we're gonna go into, after you've completed 12 of those, you're gonna go into 18 sit-ups. Now, if you have an ab mat, I highly recommend one of these. Basically, this gives you a little bit of support on your lower back. If you don't have an ab mat, you can get a towel, roll that up, place it in the lower part of your back, gives you a little bit of support. So I'm gonna place this down on the ground here against my lower back. Feet are together, knees are together, legs are about a 90-degree angle or a little bit more than that. You're gonna come all the way back, touch your hands on the ground behind your ears, and then come all the way up, touch your hands next to your heels. All the way back, all the way up. Now you notice I'm not placing my hands old school behind my neck. That puts a lot of strain in the neck, and your head and neck should be a neutral spine the entire time. Chest comes all the way up till it touches your knees. 18 of those sit-ups, really working the core, really working the abs there. After you complete 18 of those sit-ups, now we're just gonna go into 24 old school jumping jacks. So the jumping jack, feet are together, hands are by your sides, feet are gonna come apart, hands touch the top. 24 of these jumping jacks, hands touch the top, or you can go behind your back and touch your hands behind your back. Just bringing up that cardio, bringing up that conditioning for the fat loss component in here. So 24 of those jumping jacks. Then you're gonna keep on repeating that same sequence of movements, like I said, for a total of 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes is up, you're gonna go ahead and rest for 1 minute. Then you're gonna repeat that same sequence of movements, the pull-ups, the dumbbell thrusters, the sit-ups, and the jumping jacks for another 5 minutes, rest for 1 more minute, and then a third and final round of that 5-minute AMRAP. Once that is complete, then this workout is complete. All right, guys, that is the workout of the day. I'll see you right back here in the battleground for your next workout. And as always, make sure you check out EliteLevelLeader.com for more training programs and to enlist today.